So it's hard not to get mad whenever you're going to the airport, even if it's like you only go a few times. But when you're pulled over by airport security for a random search, and you really know that it's not a random search, and you can tell just by the other people that are being searched around you that it's not random. So this is a problem that many people face, especially me, because I look like I'm of Middle Eastern descent, even though I only have like a very small amount of it in my blood. Every time I go to the airport, I always get randomly searched, and it's strange that every time I go with my entire family, and since I'm the only one that looks like Middle Eastern, I'm the one that's always pulled over. And there was even a time where the first time I went and I got pulled over, I didn't know what was happening, and a guy next to me who was Middle Eastern said, "Yeah, this happens all the time, right? With us being the way we are," and that's the first time I was exposed to it. So I feel like people should just try and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Just because you look the way supposedly a terrorist would look, that doesn't mean you should judge them because of that. And because of that, I will go over the problem, causes, and solutions of racial profiling in airports. So there are way too many people in this country for us to be at odds just by the way we look. People are being profiled at airports disproportionately, and it's a completely ineffective strategy that does not work. According to an article from Forbes by Bruce Sheener, published May 9th, 2012, the chances of someone looking of Middle Eastern descent actually being a terrorist is 1 in 80 million. And out of all the years since 9/11, the amount of people who have actually been terrorists from that is 2 people, and it means that virtually almost no people have ever been caught because of profiling. So the government is legally allowed to do this, and they call it mapping, and to them mapping is mapping out a demographic that they think could lead to finding criminals and terrorists, and it's completely ineffective. It does not work at all, and it's shown that terrorists just use other ways to get around it by using people you would never suspect. One of the least suspected people is white females, and that's what they've been using to smuggle things across. So their strategies have adapted to what people are doing. So these stereotypes not only don't work at all, but they're exactly the opposite of what we're looking for. So stereotypes are basically the driving force behind this. So it's mainly old stereotypes that are just being reinforced. People trust stereotypes just when they don't understand what's going on. A lot of people just rely on it because it's either, maybe their parents have like old habits and it was taught by them, so it's just kind of like a domino effect where one generation does it, so the next generation follows. And usually it's used whenever someone comes across something that they don't understand. So they don't usually see a type of person except like maybe on TV or something like that. And since they have no information other than that, they usually just use that to fill it in. And according to a Discovery News article on why people profile, published August 15th, 2013, by Eric Nyler, people profile when they have incomplete information, and they use that incomplete information to fill the void, and this is shown in airport security. They, like I said before, they actually adopted this into their strategy, and that's why for them it's legal. People just need to drop old habits and think for themselves. Solving this is as simple as not fearing those who are different from us, because according to an article by the Huffington Post by Brian Stone, published December 7th, 2014, terrorism is the use of fear to change society, and by us racially profiling, especially at airports, that's terrorism actually winning. They're using the fear to change society and have us stereotype others who may look like what we think are terrorists. Just try and think about how people see you in their minds. Just by doing this, you can at least try and change the way you think. Even people in the airport security realize that this is a problem, and once they realize it, once more of them realize it, they'll change, and then so will the strategy. In an article by Identities.Mike by Khalid El-Kahid, published May 4th, 2015, he recounts a time at the airport. He was pulled over just because of his name, and he looks completely Caucasian with blue eyes. And he was pulled over at the airport and randomly searched, and then was given an advanced search by security. And the security looked at him and apologized, saying that, "Oh, we're sorry. It's just what happens when we have people with your name." So just by this, he could just obviously see that there is like some racism here, and even the people who work there realized it. So it's just a matter of time before someone says that has to change. Now that I've covered the problems, causes, and solutions to airport profiling, I will conclude my statement. It's just sad to see people having negative dispositions to others based on just the way they look or their names. This is all just based on old stereotypes, and it's a problem that could be solved just by treating each other with just human dignity. People should be given the benefit of the doubt and disregard stereotypes. And the more people that realize this, the more change will happen. You all have the power to end this discrimination. It's as simple as treating each other just like human beings.